There are known unknowns, but there are also unknown unknowns. So control the known unknowns, because you can't control the unknown unknowns. Kansas City buzzed with anticipation. The city's heartbeat thudded in time with the countdown to kickoff. Everyone was gearing up for what was being called the Kelsey Bowl, Kansas City Chiefs versus Philadelphia Eagles, Travis Kelce versus his older brother, Jason. On paper, it was a game between two NFL juggernauts. But beneath the stats and the storylines, another narrative was quietly unfolding. A story of love, nerves, and the remarkable power of a name. In the tense, electric atmosphere before the game, reporters and fans expected laser focus from Travis Kelce, the Chiefs' star tight end. But when the stadium lights were still warming up and the echoes of the crowd hadn't yet filled the air, something quietly extraordinary happened in the Chiefs' locker room. As players began peeling off practice gear and running through last-minute plays, Travis Kelce did something so ordinary, yet so revealing. He called out, "Taylor!" the name of his fiancée, Taylor Swift. It was a small act, barely more than a whisper at first, but it rippled through the room. For a moment, the seriousness of the pre-game ritual softened. Jokes started flying, teammates grinned, and the entire mood shifted. In that sacred space, where sweat, adrenaline, and nerves mix with the sound of cleats on concrete, Kelce's simple gesture reminded everyone that, even at the pinnacle of professional sport, humanity and love are never far away. The image of Travis Kelce, decked out in his familiar sportswear, radiating the intensity of a gladiator about to enter the arena, suddenly became softer, more relatable. In a room thick with the smell of liniment and the clatter of helmets, the sound of Taylor's name cut through like a song you didn't know you needed to hear. This wasn't just any game. The Kelsey Bowl had the whole country watching. Two brothers on opposite sides, each a legend in his own right. Travis, the charismatic playmaker, and Jason, the heart and soul of Philadelphia's offensive line. Even their mother, Donna Kelce, had gone viral for wearing a split jersey, half Chiefs, half Eagles. The family rivalry had become a national obsession. But for Travis, the real story was unfolding away from the cameras. Calling Taylor's name wasn't a show for the media or a calculated PR move. It was a reflex, the kind of thing you do when you're completely comfortable with someone, when their presence is knitted into your everyday. In that moment, Taylor Swift became more than a pop culture icon. She was the person Travis turned to, even subconsciously, when the stakes were highest. Insiders around the Chiefs' locker room say this wasn't a one-off moment. He's always texting her, calling her, checking in, one teammate shared. "If we're done with practice, you can bet Travis is on his phone," smiling at a message from Taylor. He never lets a day go by without talking to her. Another added, "Honestly, Taylor's presence, even if she's not physically here, gives him this extra energy. It's like he's got a secret weapon." The jokes came fast. If Taylor Swift is in the stands, Travis plays like he's invincible. Teammates would tease, but everyone knew it was said with affection. The connection between Travis and Taylor had become a source of inspiration, not just for him, but for the whole team. The mention of Taylor's name before the Eagles' game carried special weight. Not only was it a game between two powerhouse teams, but it was also a family affair with the Kelces divided across the field. Jason Kelce, the Eagles' beloved center, had already joked in interviews, "I know Taylor will be rooting for Travis, and that's fine. I just hope she doesn't wear a Chiefs jersey into the Eagles box." The rivalry may have been fierce, but the love and the jokes ran deeper. Travis's offhand mention of Taylor in that moment became a subtle declaration. He was playing for his team, yes, but he was also playing for love. This story, simple as it seems, is more than just a glimpse of a celebrity relationship. It's a lesson in the humanity that even the most elite athletes can't escape. The locker room, often considered sacred ground for strategy, grit, and brotherhood, is also a place where vulnerability and affection can sneak in. For Travis, love for Taylor Swift had become so much a part of his life that it emerged unbidden, even in the most focused moments. The world saw the headlines. Social media exploded with speculation. Was this a sign of nerves? Was Taylor a distraction, or was she the secret to Travis's success? The reality was simpler and infinitely more interesting. She was his person, the one whose name he called out when he needed comfort, the one who could make even the biggest game of his career feel a little less overwhelming. For Taylor Swift, accustomed to sold-out stadiums and roaring crowds, this was a different kind of spotlight. She'd been seen at games, cheering Travis on, sometimes caught by the camera singing along with the crowd or nervously biting her lip during critical plays. For her, love meant stepping into a world where touchdowns meant as much as chart-topping singles, where the highs and lows played out not in platinum records, but in yards gained and tackles made. Their relationship became something of a modern fairy tale, two people at the top of their respective games, finding in each other the kind of grounding presence that fame and fortune rarely provide. Friends close to the couple say their bond is built on mutual respect and support. Travis is as likely to be backstage at a tour as Taylor is to be at Arrowhead Stadium, each cheering on the other with the kind of enthusiasm usually reserved for superfans. But what really keeps people hooked on the Travis and Taylor story isn't just their star power. It's the way they remind us all that, beneath the fame and the pressure and the relentless schedule, love is what makes the world go round. In competitive sports, where toughness is prized and vulnerability can be seen as weakness, Travis Kelce's willingness to let love in is quietly revolutionary. As the Chiefs and Eagles game approached, the city of Kansas City was alive with speculation. Would family ties trump professional rivalry? Would Taylor make an appearance in the stands? And if so, would she dare wear Chiefs red in hostile Eagles territory? The only certainty was that, while the game would be decided on the gridiron, the real story was unfolding in the spaces in between. The glances, the texts, the names called out when no one else was supposed to be listening. The game itself delivered everything fans could hope for: drama, intensity, and a showcase of raw talent on both sides. Travis and Jason pushed each other to their limits, each play a testament to years of sibling rivalry that began in their childhood backyard. After the final whistle, amidst the noise and celebration, Travis was asked by a reporter if he felt any extra pressure knowing Taylor was watching. He grinned, shrugged, and said, "When you have someone like her in your corner, how can you not feel like you can take on the world?" That, in the end, is the heart of the story. In a world obsessed with winning and losing, stats and records, the story of Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift stands out because it's about more than football or music. It's about the power of connection, the courage to be vulnerable, and the joy of finding someone who makes even the biggest moments feel personal. For fans, the Kelsey Bowl will be remembered as a clash of titans, a sibling rivalry for the ages. But for Travis Kelce, perhaps the real victory was knowing that, win or lose, he had someone to call at the end of the day. Someone whose name could turn a locker room from a place of nerves to a place of comfort, even if just for a moment. And that's what keeps us coming back to the story. Not the touchdowns or the headlines, but the reminder that, no matter how high the stakes, love always finds a way to make itself heard, even in the most unexpected places. As the season rolls on, fans will watch every game, waiting for another glimpse of this extraordinary love story. Whether it's a quick wave in the stands, a song played after a big win, or just the sound of a name called out in a crowded locker room, the world is watching and rooting for them. Because in the end, every great game is about more than just the final score. It's about the stories we tell, the moments that connect us, and the names we call out when our hearts are full. And somewhere in Kansas City, in the space between the known and the unknown, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are writing a story that's impossible to look away from.